Hello, my friend. Have you ever been super frustrated with why you can't have this consistent quiet time? And maybe you're not knowing why. Like, I've had these patterns where I do like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months solid in my life. And then other times where it's like, wait, what happened? It's been a few days. And you kind of feel it spiritually drain you when you don't have that quiet time with God. Well, most likely, there's one of these 6 things that you're doing that's making it harder to have a consistent quiet time. So let's dive in so that we can patch the holes to these mistakes so that it can be a consistent part of our life. Number 1, no margin. If you don't have margin in your life, you're not going to have space for it. Even the greatest thing in the world, our relationship with God, gets shoved aside because our physical world is just too busy. I've seen this play havoc on my life, not just my quiet time, but even time with my wife or my kids, that because I don't have margin, the things that matter get ousted. So if you're having trouble with quiet time, it might be that you don't have margin. Number 2, you haven't made it a routine in your life yet. If it's not a habit, you're going to skip it because you only have so much self-effort, so much white knuckling available in your body. We all fall into this trap where we know that God that changes us, yet we still try to do this like man up thing or woman up. And you're going to like make it happen. Quiet times are not consistent until it is consistent. Routine. Number 3, you're not transparent. You're not transparent. This is a mistake we make. We go to our quiet time, right? I've set aside time. I've set aside space. It's even something I do consistently, but then I'm not transparent with the creator of the universe. And then it's so empty that it's not enjoyable. I'm not closer to God. I'm just doing this checklist thing. I don't know why we do it, but we all can fall in this trap where we're not transparent with Him. And so if you're not transparent, it's a mistake you are making in your quiet time. Number 4, you do the same thing over and over. Like, routine is good, like making it a habit, but if it's the exact same quiet time, eventually it becomes stale. Switch it up. If you normally study the Bible in a specific manner, try something new. There was a season in my life I did SOAP, scripture, observation, application, and prayer. That's how I was studying in the morning. Then another time in my life, I took a concordance. You can try that. Another time, find a plan. Just follow the plan. There's been even times in my life where I read a scripture and I'm just dumping my emotions about it and how I feel. And then I'm saying, God, but what do you say in here? So those are different just methods you can do to switch up what you're doing. Do not fall into a rut. All right, number 5, you do all the talking in prayer, and there's no listening. See, it's not a conversation when you're the only one talking. I'm a verbal processor, my poor bride. Like, blip, 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 blip. Here comes Zach in a room. He can tell you exactly what's going on in his day. And if I'm not careful, I'm talking. And she hasn't shared with me because she's an internal processor. And it becomes very one-sided. Are you doing that with God? Are you making that mistake where you're sharing your problems? Great. You're being authentic. Awesome. But you're not listening to what He has to say to you. If you haven't heard from Him for a while, it's probably that you need to shut the mouth and open the ears. All right, number 6, I'll get to in just a moment. But before I do, what would you add to this list of mistakes? Mistakes you've maybe made in your quiet time so that as a community, we can help each other ignite that quiet time, that time with the Lord, and so that it can be an impactful thing it's supposed to be. All right, number 6, not having a plan. If you don't have a plan, this is going to be the number 1 cause of failing to have a consistent quiet time that's a powerful one. And you might be unaware of some of the areas that you need to plan for. And so if you want to learn more about the plans you need to have in your quiet time, watch this video right here. I know that it'll really help you have a much more impactful time than what you're having currently. Have a great day, and God bless you in your journey.